After the closure of the Fountain Street studios, many local artists were left without space to create and share their work. After several months, a few of the painters, printmakers, and fabric artists have a new place to call home. They now can be found with Framingham Makerspace Ever Design Works, Damiano's Photography, and others at Saxonville Mills. The Saxonville Mills held an open studios to show off the newly renovated space. The city was welcome to enjoy snacks and drinks while admiring the various works of art. Artists Sorin, Bica, and Amy Weader led the move to Saxonville Studios, where artists can now show off their talents and sell some of their work, including paintings, photos, fiber art, and more.
We needed a space, and little by little, a couple of us got in this building, and it was a huge space in the back, and me and Amy Weader, who was the board director for Fountain Street studio artists, we got together, we had a little conversation, and we came with the idea of building it up, and we did a little drawing, and with lots of money it happened, you know. So construction took longer than we thought, but actually we managed to open in February pretty much good enough so we can open for Saxonville Mills Open Studios.
We intend to have openings at Sorin's Gallery every month. And when we do, we also intend to have open studios for at least some of the artists in this space, showing not only the work that he's curating, but also the work that's being created in Framingham.
Rosalie Shane, who started Saxonville Studios about 30 years ago, had the idea of including other businesses and artists in a Mills-wide open house, so not just Saxonville Studios. And it was met with great enthusiasm. So we have probably about 30 artists and maybe about 12 businesses. And I always find it fun to be involved because it's a great way of marketing, letting people know what we're doing here, a great way to meet people, great way for the community to be involved and celebrate this unique area of Framingham. There's a lot of history here, there's a lot of very forward-thinking businesses that do creative things, and the public would benefit by knowing about what we're doing.
For Framingham, it's important to have an art community. Framingham is a large community. It has had a history of arts in the community. We had artist communities who all interacted with the museum. And now the museum had to move, Fountain Street had to empty. I'm so glad Saxonville Studios is still going, and Tripp Street and the Howard Street studios opened with, again, some of the Fountain Street people. And it wasn't enough. We had 90 artists who were looking for spaces, and so we're here.
It's important, you know, after you have a community of artists in one place, it would have been sad to just let that go, you know, because many of us ended up in Lowell, in Waltham, in Northborough, in other places because it was nothing was available. So this was an opportunity for us to keep some of the artists together.